Happy Friday. Isn't life just a beautiful coincidence? One minute you are angry about something that you were asked to do, the next minute in the future, the one thing you're angry about is what it's saving you about. Anyway, disclaimer for this video: I am no doctor, I am no nutritionist, I am no expert, I am just speaking from my experience. Last year around August, I got a kidney infection, so I go to the hospital. The hospital here, my clinic, checks me out under emergency. The doctor suspects that maybe I could have a kidney stone, refers me to the main hospital. I go to the main hospital emergency. The doctor looks at me and thinks, this lady is not sick. Why is she in the emergency room? Maki, I walked into the emergency room. Because they're like, should we get you an ambulance? I'm like, nah, I'll get an Uber. Because I don't want these high fly things of walking up and maybe taking resources from somebody who actually needs them. Anyway, after a while, the doctor is like, okay, let's do a scan. We get a scan. And a story for another day, asked me how I ended up with that scan. And then the doctor panics, and then he's like, oh my God, your left liver is infected, and that's why you have been having pain, blah, 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 blah. Give me medication. Perfect, take the medication, have the worst constipation ever. Oh, dear God. Constipation I would never ever wish for anybody. 3 days, call them and ask them, do I really have to take this medication because I'm no longer in pain and I just had the worst constipation. The doctor is like, okay, no problem, but remember, you still have to come back. We still have to check you. Anyway, I stopped taking the medication after 3 days, taking plenty of water, doing a lot of exercise. Goes back for my check. The infection is gone. Nobody knows how it goes. How it went. That was in August. Papa, September, I have an emergency to go on SMS. Apparently, I need to go see urologist. I'm like, So I go and meet urologist. Urologist looks at me and is like, I treat urine infections. I'm like, hey, check your system. They're the ones who sent me here. It's not my fault. Urologist is like, okay, since you're here, then I need to send you to general surgery because I have no idea what this guy saw in this scan and it is not updated in the system. So, whatever. So, I go to general surgery, I talk to him, explain to him how this shit made me constipated. And he's like, oh, sorry, we need to figure out why you got the whole constipation thing, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, 1 year later, I have 2 doctors and I have been upgraded to every 6 months I need to be taking blood tests. Now, this is where I'm at. I was like, come on, you guys, you need to get me out of the database. I no longer have a kidney infection. Why do I need to be coming seeing doctors every 6 months? I have done it. I've done a scan. I have done blood work. I have seen over 4 doctors, and nobody can explain what that infection was and how it happened and how the body miraculously cured itself after all the liver that fight. And then the doctor is like, no, we just need to figure out what happened. Anyway, after watching it, we can figure out. Anyway, I am very lucky. Anyway, I was like, okay, it's okay, no issue, no problem. Now, back a bit to March this May this year. May this year, I went for vacation back in Kenya. I live in rural Kenya. So went back home, came back, and then I had the worst cold ever. As in, by the time I was reaching, my jaw was paining, my chest was paining. For me, I just took some cough medicine, and I was like, okay, I thought it was Panadol cough or something. Anyway, I was okay. By the time I was coming back to the bad jaw, cough, cannot coughing so badly. I like every minute I go to the doctor checked the system. She's like, oh, you have kidney issues. Sorry, mama, we cannot give you antibiotics. Completely even refused to give me the cough medication. But she's like, if it continues getting worse, you come back here. I'm like, I don't have kidney issues. She's like, no, system shows you do. So sorry. Went back. Came back after 3 days, continuous coughing, as in I could not even talk. I was like coughing every time. And then the second doctor was like, okay, I'll give you this medication, but I need you to go like for self quarantine because this is really drowsy medication. But on top of that, I need you to take vitamin C. No problem. I took it. After 4 days, I was good enough. I went back to the office. Remember, I was supposed to be quarantined 5 days, but be stubborn. Uh, 2 months later, same cough, go back again, jaw. Then it started now. I cannot even stay under this. In our office is very cold, everything there. I had put up a system request. I told them, explained, I said, I have a very bad cold. By the time it reaches in the evening, I have jaw pain, I have chest pain, I can barely sleep, but something started. I started getting depressed, like completely depressed. Like I failed an exam that completely pushed me down. My death, like everything that was really like normal life that normally I would handle was completely putting me down. Like the job rejections and everything, they were like really putting me down. So this time I decided, hey, this is getting out of hand. So I decided I'm going to walk because I wanted to. Yeah, and that was the weird thing. I kept on wanting sunshine, so I kept on walking a lot in the sun. So I go to the pharmacist. The pharmacist, like I explained to her, I said, for me, jaw pain, whatever. Now I can barely sleep. Now I can barely even chew food. I cannot eat. I cannot drink water. It's getting worse. Yes, I know I need to go to the hospital, but I am so tired. I need to relax. Uh, Please, is there something you can give me to cover the night so that tomorrow morning I just wake up, I go to the hospital? Yes, I will show them. Yeah, and remember, I have kidney infection. She looks at me, she says, have you ever done a vitamin D test? And I'm like, yes, I did. And yes, I've always been low on vitamin D, but I wanted to tell you I eat a lot of eggs. Oh, if there's something you come to my house, you'll always find eggs. And for me, I have the way people like you buy the same brand. For me, no, I don't buy fruits from the same brand. Like I'll buy one apple from New Zealand, one apple from South Africa, one apple from India, one apple from Kenya, one apple from Sri Lanka, one apple from Spain, one apple. Like the lady that does checkout, she looks at me. This was really, and I look at it, I say, different soil, different nutrition, and that's what I do. When I buy my oats, I don't buy like 2 kilos. Like I'll buy maybe half a kilo from this company, half a kilo from this company, different countries. I call it different soil. So that's how I do my eggs. I buy eggs from organic this farm. Next time I'll go get organic this farm. I'll get organic. And I get brown eggs, and then I introduced something called fish. That's the I eat a lot of fish. So I was like, Mama, yeah, like 2, 3 years ago, I got tested, but I've not done refill of supplement. Then she's like, okay, have you done any blood work? I said, I did blood work, and yes, it showed that vitamin D, but it was not that. And then she was like, can I see the results? I was like, okay, no problem. I showed her. She looks at me and she says, you got a deficiency of vitamin D. I don't even understand how you are working. So let's do this. She gave me the 50,000 you I yes, that was. She said, take this tablet. I want you to be taking once a week. One like once a week, don't take twice, don't take thrice. Gave me vitamin C supplement, and then told me after a month, now I can go back to my doctor, explain to my doctor, say, I was given this and I was given this. Do I need to do blood work or do I need to wait for December when I'm due for my next blood work? Almost instantly the next day, I started getting better. By evening, I could eat. By the next evening, I could sleep. Getting back there, the beginning, I'm dancing literally. And taught me something, this whole experience. We keep on complaining, we keep on doing things about things that are supposed to help us, but everything always happens for a positive reason. The other lesson, sometimes we do get misdiagnosed because people are concentrating on what you have now and not what you might have, especially as women, because they think as women we are all emotional creatures. So next time in the hospital, yes, I live somewhere where right now the temperatures are like between 45 and 50 degrees Celsius. So people are like, how do you get vitamin D deficiency? Do not assume. If you can get the blood work, get the blood work. You might be able to save with that depression, that cold, that everything could be just a bit of sunshine. You all know I wake up at 4 a.m. and I go for a walk. Haven't done that in a while, but from tomorrow I'm resuming my work. I need my vitamin D. Anyway, don't assume. Have a healthy week. See you next week. Bye bye.